Hi friends, Suzanne here. Welcome to another Monday Makes video on my YouTube channel and blog. For today's project, I am featuring the Heirloom Arrangement Kit. It's $32 Canadian. It makes 8 cards, one each of 8 designs. Has a ton of colors, and I'll share them with you in a minute. It has a stamp set, a clear block, pecan pie, classic Stampin' Spot. It has really basic instructions, which I'm sharing with you right here. And there's pre-cut elements, specialty vellum, adhesive included, and what else? I think that's it. Basically, it is a kit that has detailed vintage designs that are loosely choreographed instructions so you can mix and match. So what I have done today is, and that's all the components. Well, first of all, what we're going to do is start off with the envelopes, and they encourage us to stamp on the envelopes. So we're stamping on the front part of the envelope with this grid-like pattern, and I am using a full-size pecan pie ink spot or ink pad just because I find it easier to work with and quicker for the video. And then once I've stamped that little grid on, we are going to stamp the it looks like a butterfly, but I think it's a moth on the stamp. It might be a butterfly, but whatevs. We're going to use that stamp, and we're going to ink that up with the same ink, and I'm going to use the same ink throughout, and I'm going to do all 8 cards that are suggested in the video, in the instructions on this video. And then if you like to vote, I always enjoy when my subscribers on YouTube vote whether or not which card they like the best, 1 through 8. But then if you wanted to stay to the very end, I will show you 4 of the bonus cards that I made with the leftovers. And how I got the leftovers is me showing you right now. I took one of the card bases that is very pretty, and I cut it in half. So there's 2 colors. There's the blue one, and I believe it's a pink one that are similar. This one I cut a little bit down. The other ones I just sort of cut so that I would put as a front cover for just a basic white card base, if you know what I'm saying. So I did use Pretty Peacock card base for this. So I'm just showing you what I had left over. So that one card is going to go away, and I'm going to do this like the instructions share, so that you can find a detailed picture on stampingup.ca/products/heirloom-arrangement kit English. And that is for my Canadian folks. I'll also put a link in the description box below so you can see what I'm doing. But I am just basically following the example. So there's 4 that they give examples for, and then 4 pictures that they just share with you because they figure that you got it. This is very loosely choreographed, like they suggested in the instructions, and you can do whatever you want because you can. What I find easiest when I'm using with vellum pieces is just putting adhesive on the card first, and then sticking the adhesive part to the vellum to the adhesive. And then this part is obviously a stamping card for the sentiment. I'm glad I don't, sometimes I forget the sentiment, so I'm glad it's in there in the instructions. Sometimes I wait for the sentiment because I don't know who or what I'm going to use that card for, especially when I'm crafting for myself. So let's see, I will share with you some of the colors. There's basic black, blueberry bushel, Cajun craze, cherry cobbler, crumb cake, daffodil delight, garden green, old olive, pecan pie, pretty in pink, pretty peacock. And again, so here I'm showing you just, this is one of the pink card bases, the pretty and pink card bases, and I just adhered it to a basic white, cut it in half and adhered it to a basic white. So that means that I'm going to get, you know, at least a couple extra card fronts that I could utilize with the elements. And there are a few elements left over. So hopefully you'll be able to share with me which one you like the best. This is card number 2 that we're on. And yeah, keep track. So, or I'll try to keep track. This is a long video, so hopefully I don't necessarily have to talk all the way through it. But you know what? I can talk, so I can keep up the conversation for the both of us. What I like about these kits is that, I think I said this in the other kit video that I did, it gets you out of a funk. It gives you plenty of cards to use. It will definitely get you working in your craft area. There's, like I said before, there's an old saying from Picasso. He said, inspiration will find you, but it has to find you working. So this gets you working, and then perhaps you'll get some ideas on how you want to utilize your stamp collection, your papers, maybe some extra little odds and ends. We forget that this kind of, it's almost like mixed media, this card. These cards. This is card number 3, by the way. Sometimes we forget that, you know, layering bits and bobs of your papers and, you know, doing a die cut and then just a simple sentiment is kind of very much, you know, how we started. Sometimes we don't necessarily have to be so involved. Yeah, sometimes layering things will help us get creative. So and honestly, sometimes I just really like doing somebody else's designs. Sometimes it's nice not to have to create for yourself. I also, if any of your demonstrators are out there, sometimes it's nice to split the kit up into halves and share with some of your attendees in class. They can do half price, and that way, you know, $32. That's like $16 or $17, and you will have a lovely get together in person, or maybe you could do it online as well and share with them how to get going. This is card number 3, I think. And again, moving right along, just adhering some of the bits and bobs. I'm just going by the pictures that are given in the instructions. So I'll show you, hang on, I'll tell you which card we are on. Sometimes I forget, so I have to go with yes. So this looks like card number, I've lost it. Anyway, I think it's 3. Yeah, so we can keep track. Hopefully you'll keep track. You know, I get talking and then I get confused. So I have tried to really shorten this video. Like we said, there's 1 of 8 designs that I'm sharing. So it's pretty much me just adhering stuff together. So sometimes I mess up and I have to tuck something in somewhere, but this is, I mean, it was really nice that they had this kind of a kit. We don't have these kinds of kits. We don't have this sort of, I don't know, vintage heirloom kind of look. It's very unusual for Stampin' Up! To have this. So I thought it was a must. And it's not unusual for Stampin' Up! To have flowers. I love the flowers that are included in this kit. So even if you just wanted to use the ephemera and just use the card bases and then how you would design your own card, that's fine. Because I think it's you can use this one how you want. It gives you the opportunity to let your creativity shine, and yeah, you'll have everything that you need for a vintage inspired card making session. I think we're on number 5 now. I don't know. Somebody else keep track. Okay, so yeah, moving right along. This one is, I'm not 100% sure. Maybe the first one was my favorite. It's really hard for me to decide because all of these, like, I really like this rose motif, even though it's on back sideways. It just goes to show you some of the writing is a little bit, but you're covering it up, right, with different layers. And that's, I don't know if you guys know, but mixed media is all about layers. You layer this, let it dry, layer this, let it dry, layer this, let it dry. And this is very like a big heavy nod towards mixed media. I'm wondering, I do have some of the scrapbook kits that I just haven't gotten around to, and I'm actually curious if any of you would like me to, this has been an idea that's been going on in my head for a while, and I'm wondering if you'd be interested in me making a couple of like a mixed media page for you out of those scrapbook pieces, so that you can easily see how easy it is to make mixed media. That was my love before I became a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I was doing a lot of mixed media, art journaling, that kind of thing. And actually, I've been told by some of my team members that that's how they found me, and they just absolutely loved what I had done. And actually, if you search really far back in my videos, I mean, like there's a lot of videos that I've put up on YouTube, but the first ones, they were called Wonderwork Wednesdays. And that was me working on my art journal. I still have my art journal. It's like probably 10 years now. And yeah, I'm more than happy to share with you and give you step-by-step like instructions on how to make your own mixed media or art journal page. And sometimes that's what evolves, like you become a card maker from that, or because of you're a card maker, but then you want to utilize your stash a little bit more extensively. I like this one too. This one is probably up there for my favorites because it's got the pink and the blue butterflies. Really cute. And the flowers, of course. I don't know why everybody has hate on for flowers, because I really like it. I've heard lots of people say, oh, there's so many flowers. Yeah, because that's usually, you give a card usually for a birthday, and what do you usually give people for their birthdays or their anniversaries or whatever? You give them presents, or sometimes for my birthday, I've gotten lots of flowers, and I'm so appreciative when I do get flowers because I love them. I don't have a garden, so I can't just look out. And my view is of an elementary school from my apartment, so you can imagine how boring and less colorful that is. This was really cute, this card. I have no idea what number we are on. I really should have kept better track. Sorry, kids. This one is, I love the fact that I put the frame on dimensional. So this does have a lot of height to it, a lot of different layers. Quite enjoyed this one too. I like starting with a frame. I didn't realize it really centers the composition. And one of the things that I did, so these little circles and rectangles for the sentiment, it didn't say to do in the instructions, but I guess that was number 8. I took my finger dauber and I sort of daubed some ink on the edges just to create a little bit of distance between the page and the sentiment. So these are all the 8. And then I mixed up, okay, so this is called the Mixed Media Florals Memories and More card pack, and it comes with stickers and stuff. So I utilized that on 2 of my extra cards just because I wanted a happy birthday card. And here was a little element from that. This is the sticker page. So I used some of the vellum. And chose to place it in that way. And then I'm going to use my circle as a anchor. I put, oh, and this circle was die cut by a die. I can't remember what they're called, but I'll put the link in the description box below. So it says happy birthday. And then I cut off this little leaf that was in my way. And I just adhered it around the sentiment. So it's kind of hugging the sentiment. So that is card number 1 of my bonus cards. And I made sure to adhere that little leaf down because it was popping up. So card number 2 also has this circle. I've got to look what they're called now. It's going to drive me nuts. It comes with here we go. It's called the Spotlight on Nature dies. So there we are. Anyway, I just used some of the extra bits and flowers that were left over and adhered them down. So this is just a really simple card. It says you're amazing. Like, why does it have to be, crazy a lot? You don't. So here's the 3rd card. And I inked up that butterfly / moth 3 times with the inside of that frame that I was talking about that I put on dimensionals on one of the cards. So I did this one. I just put it with dry adhesive. And that's the thing. We got some tear-in tape with this kit. I ended up not using it because I have my dry adhesive here. Is just a lot easier for me to use it. But, this is one of the nice things about the kits. If you don't have all of your stash completed just yet, this will give you everything that you need to put stuff together. So I need a thank you card. So this says thankful and grateful. And I used just a little bit of dimensional adhesive and I adhered that to the card. So probably, and then I had to double up on the adhesive because, that's what I did. So let's see. And this is the last card I did. And I just put a basic white piece that was just about 3/4 of an inch shorter than the edge, put my little strip of adhesive down, adhered some vellum pieces and all of that. So you guys, you can see all the supplies I used today listed below in the video see more section in YouTube or in the supply section of my blog. And of course, those fast links are going to take you to my Canadian online store where I would love to meet you and earn your business. So again, thank you so much for spending time with me today, for all the comments you leave, and for thumbs upping and doing all the YouTube-y things that, I appreciate because it really helps me. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please consider it, as it really helps my small channel grow by sharing it to other crafters like us, you and me. That's what the algorithm is all about. So as you can see, I'm cutting away some bits and pieces, and this is my final bonus card. So we had 8 cards, and then 4 more makes 12. So please vote, and I guess that's all for me today. Thanks for watching, and bye for now.